Hello friends. Now in last class we discussed about the method of preparation of the phenol by using the cumene. Okay. Now in this class we discuss about the another method of preparation for the phenol, that is by using benzene, sulfonic acid, Now just we have to prepare the phenol by using the benzene sulfonic acid. This is a two-step reaction. In first step there is a neutralization of benzene sulfonic acid by using the base. And the second step, that is the fusion of salt. And in third step, just we have to acidify this intermediate product. Okay. Now see how this reaction can be carried out. First we take the benzene sulfonic acid. This is the benzene sulfonic acid, SO3H. This is the benzene sulfonic acid. Now when this benzene sulfonic acid are react with or neutralize with the base NaOH. Now this is the acid and this is the base. We know that when acid reacts with the base, it always gives the salt and water. Hence we can get the salt. First we can get the salt, sodium benzene sulfonate, that is SO3 negative and Na positive. Sodium benzene sulfonate. Okay. See again, when benzene sulfonic acid, this is the acid, when it reacts with the NaOH, that is the base, we can get the salt plus water. Here the water is removed. That is NaOH gives the OH negative and this is the H positive and OH negative. We can get the H2O molecules and this Na positive attack only this SO3 negative. We can get the sodium benzene sulfonate, that is the salt, as an intermediate. This is the first step. In second step, this salt, sodium benzene sulfonate, this salt SO3Na negative positive, this sodium benzene sulfonate salt, when fused with the 2 moles of NaOH, 1 mole of NaOH, at near about 523 Kelvin, when we heat this benzene sulfonate, sodium benzene sulfonate salt with solid NaOH, we have to take the solid NaOH at temperature 523 Kelvin, we can get the sodium phenoxide. We will get sodium phenoxide, that is O negative and Na positive. This is the second step product. When this sodium benzene sulfonate are fused with the solid NaOH at 523 Kelvin temperature, we can get the sodium phenoxide. This is the second step of this reaction. And lastly we see the third step. When this sodium phenoxide O negative Na positive, when it acidified with the dilute HCl, you know that when we acidify, this H plus ion may migrate towards the oxygen atom and this Na positive migrate towards the Cl negative ion, and ultimately finally we can get the product, that is the phenol, and get the salt NaCl. In this way we can easily prepare the phenol. Again, see how this reaction can be carried out. This is the method of preparation of the phenol by using the benzene sulfonic acid. This is the 3-step reaction. First step, that is neutralization of benzene sulfonic acid by using the base NaOH. Acid and base give the salt and water, that is the sodium benzene sulfonate salt plus water. When the sodium benzene sulfonate salt is fused with the solid NaOH at 523 Kelvin, we can get the sodium phenoxide. And finally, this sodium phenoxide, when we acidify with the dilute HCl, we can get the phenol, and the byproduct NaCl will be liberated. Okay, this is the second last method of the preparation for the phenol. Last, we see another method of preparation for the phenol, that is by using the aniline. Okay, now see the last method of preparation for the phenol by using the aniline, or we can say by using the formation of diazonium salt. Now, how this reaction can be carried out? This is the last method by using aniline. Aniline. Now, what is the formula of aniline? When the benzene, one of the hydrogen of the benzene ring, is substituted by the NH2 group, amine group, that is called as the aniline. Aniline. Okay. Now, when this aniline is reacts with the HNO2, that is called as nitrous acid. Nitrous acid. And this nitrous acid can be formed by the reaction of NaNO2 and FCl at near about 273 Kelvin, or we can say that 0 degrees Celsius. When aniline reacts with the nitric acid, and this nitric acid can be prepared by using the NaNO2 sodium nitrate and HCl, we can get the nitrous acid. And when nitrous acid reacts with the aniline, we can get the intermediate product, that is the diazonium salt, N triple bond N positive and Cl negative, that is the diazonium salt. The formation of the diazonium salt, and when these salt are hydrolyzed in presence of the water, then we can get the ultimately phenol. There is the formation of phenol, and there is the liberation of HCl plus N2 gas. That is the phenol. In this way, we can prepare the phenol. Again, see how this reaction can be carried out. Actually, this reaction is having a mechanism of near about 12 to 13 steps, and there is no need to remember the mechanism of this reaction. Just we have to use the trick to find out the product of this reaction. This is the aniline, and when the aniline reacts with the nitrous acid, we can get the diazonium salt. Just remember it. When aniline reacts with the nitrous acid, give the diazonium salt. On hydrolyze, we can get the phenol, and the byproduct will be HCl, and N2 gas will be easily liberated. Okay. Now, this is the last method of the preparation of the phenol by using the aniline. Now, the method of preparation of the phenol, that topic is complete now. Now, next, see what are the physical properties of the alcohol and phenol. Now, see the physical properties of alcohol and phenol. Physical properties of alcohol and phenol. Physical property of alcohol and phenol, and there is one of the important property, that is the intermolecular forces. Intermolecular forces. Okay. Intermolecular forces. We know the general formula of alcohol, that is the ROH, that is alcohol. Again, we know the general formula of phenol, that is the PHOH. Okay. Now, this OH bond is a polar in nature. Always these electrons are carried towards the oxygen atoms, and the electron density on the oxygen atom is increases. So oxygen carry the partially negative charge, and hydrogen carrying the partially positive charge. Same here, in oxygen carrying the partially negative charge and hydrogen carrying the partially positive charge. If we write the another molecule of in front of this ROH, this oxygen having also partially negative charge, this hydrogen having a partially positive charge. That means there is a force of attraction between the oxygen and hydrogen. Ultimately, this bonding is called as the hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding. So, because of this hydrogen bonding, it having a strong intermolecular force of attraction as compared to the alkane or alkyl halide. Alkyl halide never form the hydrogen bonding, but alcohol can form the hydrogen bonding. Why? Because of the polarity of this OH group, and because of this polarity of OH group, if they form the hydrogen bonding, their intermolecular force of attraction will be increases, so they having a high melting and boiling point. Same in phenol case, there is also pH, OH, there is a partially negative charge, partially positive charge, there is a formation of the hydrogen bonding as well. So in alcohol and phenol, there is a formation of hydrogen bonding. That's why they are having a strong intermolecular force of attraction as compared to the alkyl halides. Okay, they can form easily hydrogen bonding. That's why they are having a high intermolecular force of attraction. That means their melting point and boiling points are higher than the alkyl halide, having a corresponding molecular mass. The second step or second property, second physical property, that is the physical state. Physical state. Now we know that the lower alcohols are present in the liquid state. Which state? Liquid state. And phenol can also be present in the liquid state at room temperature, but it can be solidified about 40 degrees Celsius, 40 or 42 degrees Celsius. But the lower alcohol can be present in the liquid state, and phenol generally present in the liquid state, but below 40 degrees Celsius it can be from the solid. Okay. Third one is melting point and boiling point. In this case, we see the alcohol and phenols, they are having a strong intermolecular force of attraction. That's why their melting point and boiling point also higher as compared to the alkyl halide. And their melting and boiling point is increases with increase in molecular mass. The molecular mass is increases, their melting and boiling point also increases. Why? Because their surface area is increases. If the surface area is increases, they are having a strong intermolecular force of attraction. Ultimately, they require the more energy to separate the molecules, and their melting and boiling point is increases with increase in the number of carbon atoms in the chain. Ultimately, their molecular weight is increases, and their melting point and boiling point also increases. And the last property, that is the solubility. Now these alcohols are the organic compounds, and we know that the organic compounds cannot dissolve in the water, but alcohol ROH can form the hydrogen bonding, with the water molecules. There is a hydrogen bonding between the oxygen of water and the hydrogen of alcohol. The lower alcohol can be soluble or miscible in the water. Why? Just because of the hydrogen bonding, they can form the hydrogen bonding with the water molecules. They can be soluble in the water. Phenol also can be soluble in the water, because phenol can also form the hydrogen bonding with the water molecules. But when the alkyl groups, in the length of alkyl group or number of carbon is increases, the polarity of OH group is decreases. If the polarity is decreases, then there is no formation of the hydrogen bonding between the water and the alcoholic species. So their solubility is decreases with increase in the number of carbon atoms. Okay. Now these are some physical properties. Just we have to remember the intermolecular forces, that is the strong hydrogen bonding between the two molecules, that is the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, as well as the van der Waals force of attraction. Physical state, generally the liquids, the lower alcohols can be present in the liquid state. Melting and boiling point, they also depends upon the intermolecular forces, and the melting and boiling point is increases with increase in the molecular weight or the size of the molecules. And then finally the solubility, generally the alcohol lower alcohol especially can be soluble in the water just because of the hydrogen bonding, but with the increase in the number of carbon atoms, they are insoluble in the water molecules. Okay, thank you.